We just now saw a few question answers. Let us go to the comprehension passage and understand what is what with that. See, the word comprehension has the word comprehend. If you add a D to it, we get that, and the meaning is to understand. Why do we have it? Only for the sake of giving you an opportunity to read new texts, new printed material. Then and there you should read it, you should understand it, and you should answer the questions depending upon the variety of questions given. Some of the questions are in what way? What way are the questions in? Some of them are like MCQs. We have true or false. We have 1 mark questions. We have 2 mark questions. When it is 1 mark, please remember you are going to write it in 20 own words. I am highlighting the word 20. Why am I saying own words again and again? Please remember, if you do not write this 40 words and 20 words in own words, you will not get marks. You are not supposed to do anything with cut, copy, paste. No cut, copy, paste, please. These things will not work in comprehension passage. Nothing must be done with cut, copy, paste. So, what should you do? You should read it, you should understand it, and you should answer it. Now, when I say that you have to read it, you should understand it and answer it, maybe you will think that it is going to take a lot of time. True, it takes a lot of time if you are not in the habit of reading. But if you have the habit of reading, it is cake work. What is the meaning of cake work? Suppose I give you a piece of cake. Will it be tough for you to eat that cake? You will simply stuff it in your mouth without even botheration of sharing it with the others, and you will finish it up. Am I right? Yes. So, now another thing that we should understand with comprehension is analytical paragraph. In this analytical paragraph, we have it in the writing skills. What are the varieties of questions that we get in analytical paragraph? How are they? We have pictures, we have matter, some content, printed matter, we also have graphs, pie graph, bar graph, whatever it is. So, these two are interconnected because in analytical paragraph, you are looking at smaller content and making it bigger. In comprehension, you are reading large content like something 300 or 400 words, and from that you are asked 10 questions, sometimes 8 questions. So, how should we go about this work? When I say you are not supposed to write in own words, you should remember and understand another very important point in this own words. You are not supposed to use quotation marks. What is the meaning of quotation marks again here now? You are not supposed to write this in direct speech. If you write the answer in direct speech, you will not get marks. So, how are we to write it? Let me put the cross in red so that you will understand that it is wrong. So, how are we to write this answer? We are supposed to write these own words only in indirect speech. We call it indirect speech or the reported speech. Is this understood by everyone? That you will not get that in case, see, she has got a doubt now, in case they ask you your opinion. Sometimes they ask our opinion. At that time you say, in my opinion, I think that is fine. But you are not writing directly, quoting any writer's dialogues. Or we have here a passage. Both are the same, isn't it? I am not able to give you any direct one here right now. See, I am taking one sentence from Anne Frank's diary. This time it was supposed to be on an incorrigible chatterbox. This is put in inverted commas. I handed it in, and Mr. Keesing had nothing to complain about it for 2 whole lessons. However, during the 3rd lesson, he finally had enough. Annie Frank, as a punishment for talking in class, write an essay titled Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. Now, what is the thing which is told in direct speech here? Annie Frank, as a punishment for talking in class, write an essay entitled Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. This is in direct speech. Suppose there is a question, what did Mr. Keesing say? Will you say Mr. Keesing said Annie Frank enough as a punishment for talking? Will you write like that? Wrong. So, how do we write the answer? We write that Anne Frank was punished by Mr. Keesing for talking in class. He asked her to write an essay, Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. It is for 2 marks. If it is for 1 mark, you can simply say Mr. Keesing asked Anne Frank to write an essay about Quack, 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 said Mistress Chatterbox. Is this understood? That is how you have to write the answer, and this is correct. When you are writing the answer in indirect speech or reported speech, you get marks. You will never get marks if you write it in direct speech. The spelling of quotation. See, sometimes when we are talking and writing, the spelling goes wrong. There is nothing to worry about it. I will correct it. And now, did everyone understand how to write the answers? But how to start the comprehension passage? That is a major problem, isn't it? I already discussed this in the class. I am telling it again. Why am I telling it again? So that you will be able to come back to this next time and you will be able to do it. How should we do with this? What is the first step for answering comprehension passage? First step, you have to read. Now, when I say read, what should you read? You have 2 things to read in the comprehension passage. One is passage. What's the second one? Questions. Now, tell me, is there any benefit if you read the questions first, or should you read the passage first? Does anyone have an idea? If you read the questions first, in case you have general idea about the comprehension passage, because many times a few points are in general. So, you will get general idea about it. So, whenever the first reading part is there, give preference to reading the questions first. Is this understood? Spend time to understand what they are asking in the questions. Second step only is to read the whole passage. Let me write it here as, this is the second thing. Now, after you read the main second point now, what should we do? Should you write the answers in serial order, or now this can be in section? Which section is it in? Section A. How many questions do you have in section A? 2. First question and second question. In first question you have 10, in second question you have 10. The numbering pattern varies. Sometimes they give A, B, C, D, sometimes they write in Roman numbers. Follow the principle. Whichever order is given in the question, same thing has to be followed. If you change the numbering pattern, no marks please. It is very important. Is it clear? Please pay attention and listen, no yawning in the class. Now, this is first question. It is written in this way. In this first question, maybe the questions are written with A, B, C, D model. You will be writing the answer in this way. Since CBSE is now giving some MCQ questions, what should we do? First itself, we are going to draw a line. Why are we supposed to draw this line? In order to make the examiner, what is our target, children, in board examination? To get good marks. Now, who is going to award marks for us? The examiner. How can we impress the examiner? First and the foremost thing is your handwriting. If your handwriting is good, you are halfway done in a positive way. Second only comes your presentation. Please stand on that side. After 5 minutes. So, if at all you have MCQ questions, if this is question number A and option 1 is correct, you are going to write it whatever is the matter given in the paper. Yes, and if it is question, what happened to it? If it is question number B, did I do something with it? Yes, if it is question number B, it is not an MCQ question. You will be writing in your own words. If it is 1 mark questions, 20 words. If it is 2 marks question, 40 words. You will write that answer in full sentences. Is this clear with the writing? Now, can I write after this A and B? I do not know the C answer. I will leave some gap and I will go to the D answer. Can I do that? No. Why? Is there any important rule for the sake of not doing in that manner? Yes, please. See, people whoever is, all the people whoever are examiners are under immense pressure. What sort of pressure do they have? They must complete the questions, correcting those scripts. So, when they have to complete the correction, they are in a hurry. I should finish my target. Today I should complete 20 papers, 30 papers, whatever it is. If you write beautiful handwriting, what happens to them? They are stress free. Ah, it's a nice paper. First thing is positive opinion. Is this understood? Immediately what will happen? The second thing is, you write in correct order. You wrote the first answer, you wrote B answer, you wrote C answer. But what did you do? At the time of writing the examination, you were not able to get the answer. What will you do? You will see whether it is MCQ question or 1 mark question or 2 mark questions. If it is 1 mark question, you will leave 2 lines. If it is MCQ question also, you leave 2 lines. If it is 2 marks question, leave 4 lines. And then you write question number D. Is it understood? You will go to D and then you will come back to this question and you will write. Why am I telling all these things? It is because all the time write anywhere 1 mark questions in serial order. I told you up till now about the stress and that and this. In case the order goes, I missed something, overwriting, the examiner might miss checking and they might put a wrong for the correct answer and you will get a loss. Is this understood? So, it is not that they will not come back and check, they will check, but time gets wasted. Once the time gets wasted in this, the marks go low in your theory part answers. In case you have 3 marks questions and 6 marks questions, am I right? When it comes to literature, when it is 3 marks question, maybe you wrote it extremely well, you can get 3 marks. But this influence which is there will make the examiner reduce at least half mark. Are you all able to understand my point here? Yes. Why? They will find fault somewhere or the other. 1 red mark comes onto the paper, no full marks. Is this clear? It is being recorded and you can understand how important it is. Is this clear? So, be very careful whenever you are writing the 1 mark questions. Did you all understand now? So, you will complete all the answers in this manner perfectly. So, what did you read first? You read the questions first. In case the questions are in general way, you will get some idea about what might be there in the comprehension passage. So, as you read it, you will get rough idea where the answer is. You will read that particular lines where you can find the answer 2 times or 3 times, convert it into your own words and you will put it on the paper. Done? Now, next thing is about vocabulary questions. Suppose there is a vocabulary question, how are we supposed to write? Let me write E, F, G, H. Maybe this letter H is vocabulary question. What is the meaning of so and so word as per so and so paragraph? In case there are MCQs, what should you do? Whatever word they are asking, replace that word with that phrase, whichever is given there and check. Is the meaning same? Put that word in that place and check. Is the meaning acceptable? Is it understandable? In that way you put one after the other, all 4 in check. In case no MCQs are given, what you will do is check which are the tough words in that particular paragraph. And then put those words in that place of your answer and you check it out. So, you will get your answer. So, for vocabulary kind of questions, you can write the full sentence. The word, whatever word they have given, underline it. So and so means. You will write it in double quotation and you will underline. Means so and so as per paragraph. Which paragraph is it? 1 or 2 or whatever paragraph they have asked, you will write it in this manner. Is this understood by all? Any doubts still here? Will you make it better this time? Yes? So, on Monday when I am going for revision, I will turn this on and you can get a recap of everything. Why did I link analytical paragraph and comprehension passage? It is because in analytical paragraph there is small content, you have to elaborate it. In comprehension you have big content and you have to make it into smaller chunks. Is it clear? So, shall I stop it?